hello, 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 hello. And, oh no, I'm tucking my hair in my coffee. Hello, and welcome to another very, very chaotic video by me, Debbie. Hi, what for you? Hi, it's good to see you. Today, I want to do a bit of a warning at the start of the video because today I think there will be more sounds that I usually make sure are not in the videos because this is very spontaneous and I'm gonna try and make it a no editing video as well, because I think I want to have this video be as authentic as I can make it. So it's gonna be a little bit less soft, a little bit less controlled. It's gonna be, just 120% improvised, because now we can actually start with the video right away, because while I was getting ready for filming, just putting my makeup on and my nails. I have new nails. Let me show you my new nails. Aren't they cool? It's like super shiny. Looks like they're glowing. But it's not a green screen or anything. They look even more fancy in real life because from a different angle they are either blue, like you can see on the camera, I think, or green, so it's like they're switching between dark blue, the blue that you see, like the teal, and a green tone, which is really pretty. Really pretty. I love shiny nails, in case you didn't notice yet. However, what I was about to say, sorry for my squeaky noise, I'm having voice squeaky sounds while I'm talking, is because of the allergies. Good weather, sun, flowers, grass, pollen, allergy. So while I was getting ready, I started to get a headache because of the weather that is currently occurring. Just very humid, and it was storming earlier, then it was sunny again, then it was raining again, and now I think it's quiet again. Not sunny, clear skies, but it's still very, just humid, and like the air pressure changing is always like migraine time for me. So I started to get a headache, and when I'm starting to get a headache, usually what helps me, or not usually, like a lot of the time it helps me to get a coffee. So I started to really crave coffee. But I didn't have the time to drink one before filming, which had me thinking maybe after this video I could film one, kind of special video, or we could do like a have a coffee with me video. And 10 minutes later I was like, why not do it now? Why not do it now? So here we are, and I hope that you're very comfy. I hope that you got a nice drink. It doesn't have to be coffee. I'm a huge coffee person, like very, basically running on coffee. But if you're a tea person, get a nice tea if you haven't already. Get a nice tea or a glass of water, hot chocolate, if it's not as warm at your place as it's here. Cold chocolate works as well. Always fancied cold chocolate over hot chocolate. I don't know if that's a thing though, different countries. Just using cold milk instead of hot milk, and use the same chocolate powder. Is that a thing for you? I don't know. So, I got a coffee, and here we are. It's still very hot, that's why I'm not drinking it yet, but I really want this video to, just be like maybe you had a really exhausting day, and you just want to chill and like drink a coffee, tea, chocolate, whatever. This is the video for you. And I really want this to feel like just having like a coffee together. Even though it's just me talking. I mean, you could be talking to yourself. To the screen, I can't respond, but you can pretend. Yeah, I don't do role plays, as you probably know, so we can't do that, but I still want it to feel like, just very casual, chatty, because I'm actually both types of person. Sometimes I'm the listener, where I would just listen and listen to the other person talk until they don't want to talk anymore. I like listening to people, but I'm also very chatty at times, so sometimes I'm also the person talking basically alone for like an hour with the other person listening. So I guess that can be a good thing, as there isn't really a situation where I feel uncomfortable because I don't have to be the one talking, but I also don't mind. I don't know if you can relate, but yeah, this is what I want this to feel like. You're the quiet person, I'm the chatty one. And we're having a coffee or tea. Yeah. Can you actually hear that? I think you can. Oh, that's quite satisfying. New trigger unlocked. So, feel free to let me know if you liked this video, or if you hated it. that's fine as well. But so we've already talked about the weather, right? You can't even see me gesturing. Like I'm a huge gesture person, where I'm like constantly being like blah 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 blah, and just talking. I even gesture with like my whole body, which is sometimes apparently embarrassing for the people around me. Because I'll be like, and I'll do like I don't know how to explain, but I don't really mind what other people think of me in public. So when I'm like telling a story to somebody and we're like walking down a crowded shopping street or whatever, and I'm talking about a chicken dance, I'm gonna do a chicken dance. I don't care. I don't care. I've grown up in a big city. In case you don't know, I'm originally from Stuttgart. The city of Mercedes-Benz and Porsche and I don't know what else. That one. And I know it's like not a huge city in comparison to some cities and like countries like the USA. I think it has 700,000 citizens, inhabitants, whatever you call it. I'm gonna do fluffy sounds whenever I drink because I hate drinking sounds. I hate hearing that. I'm sorry if you like it. I'm sorry if you hate it. This video is not gonna be perfect for anyone in terms of that because I'm gonna try to hide the sounds. So the people that love the sounds are gonna be disappointed, and I'm not gonna mute, so it's gonna be audible a little bit. So the people that hate it, just like me, are gonna be disappointed as well. Yeah. Nothing I can do about it now. Muting on this mic is very loud. And I don't like muting during ASMR. I think it's like disruptive. So, about Stuttgart. So it's like 700,000 people there, which in German standards is big city. And there is like this main big shopping street there. It's like in the middle of the city, like right in the center, between the main station and another station that is called Stadtmitte, which is Stadtmitte literally translates to city middle. Stadt, city, Mitte, middle. So it's like right in the center of the city. City center. Is that a word? City center. I think so. So it's between main station and city center. And that's like the biggest shopping lane is I think the correct word there. And I used to embarrass people on purpose when I was like out with like friends to go shopping. Oops, I'm sorry. I was gesturing too wild and I hit one of my boxes here in the background that you can't see. I have like some boxes here. They're like made out of cardboard and fabric, I think. I'm not sure. The cube-shaped ones. have like triggers there. Anyways, they shouldn't even be standing there. They should be in on a shelf. But I'm lazy, so I put them there so I don't have to walk 2 meters to get to the shelf when I need something. Anyways, so when I was, I didn't like shopping at all. I never did. Still don't. Never will. I don't like crowds either. So, but of course I would still like, after school, it was quite common to like meet, squeaky sound, ew. Sorry, I think these nails are not the best for scratching. So after school it was like quite common to like meet, at the main station. To go and spend some time together. Like most of the cinemas are like there as well, on the on this shopping lane, and it's like it's really long. It's like not short. Like you can walk down there for like 20 minutes. I don't know. It's like a kilometer or 2. I don't know. Maybe it's more. Maybe it's less. I don't know. So, after like 5 minutes, I'm trying to get to the point. I always I get lost in like rambling about stuff, and I end up saying something completely different than what I intended to. However, I remember that my best friend and I purposely embarrassed the others by like doing what we called a unicorn run when we were there with our friends. So it's doing a unicorn and a run. And there's a lot of people there. It's embarrassing for everybody, embarrassing for us, embarrassing for our friends, but also embarrassing for all the other people around. There's like a lot of tourists there as well. And in general, like in my personal subjective feeling, the people from Stuttgart are quite stiff. They're like, not everybody, there's like exceptions, but like it's very Swabian still. Swabian means, like, what Bavarian is, right? Bavarian. It's like from Bavaria. Like southern Germany. Left side of southern Germany is Schwaben. It's Bayern, Bavaria. Schwaben. Schwäbisch is Swabian. So it's like just, how can you say that? It's like a dialect as well. So it's just the area, right? It's like the cultural area type of thing, and it's very typical for them to be like quite grumpy at most times. And like in Stuttgart, it's like very busy. People are busy, people are stressed. People are like rushing from, one point to another. Always thinking about work. And always thinking about having to still get some groceries and get to the station in time to catch a train that is coming late anyways. That type of stuff. It's like, I think that's quite normal for big cities though, isn't it? So it's even more funny to do something like that in a place full of very, grumpy, serious people. So, yeah.
don't even know where I picked that up from, the wild gesturing, because I don't think my family does it, nor do my friends.
I have no idea where I got it from. Maybe TV.
I don't know. Can we do that again? I should do a whole video with that coffee sounds. That would be cool.
I like coffee sounds. I like coffee.
It feels so weird the way that I'm holding my cup right now, because I'm literally
trying to hold it very secure, which feels very unnatural. I never hold my cup like this. Like ever. I'm just right now I'm afraid to drop it and make my own ears explode. You wouldn't know because I would remove it from the video, but I still hear it, right? I hear everything on my headphones, even louder than you in the end, because it has to be louder than my own voice that I hear when I'm talking, right?
So whenever a blooper happens and I drop something, it's literally like the worst jump scare for me because it's so loud. But yeah, can't help it. Usually I hold my cup very weirdly. I hold it like this. This is how I drink my coffee. And I grab it like that. And I carry it around like that. I never actually use the handle. I wouldn't need it either. It's just there. And now I'm holding it like this because I'm I don't want to drop it. I really don't want to drop it.
Because then I would also lose my coffee and I would probably start crying.
I'm that type of person. But I think that's probably
relatable
for a lot of people. When I have a long day and the coffee is the first good thing and then I lose my coffee to whatever, the milk has gone bad, which never happens, but I'm just saying a few things that could happen, or I knock over my cup, or we ran out of coffee beans, or I drop it, or food the same if I got myself a slice of cake from a bakery and I'm really looking forward to eat it, and then I drop it. I'm the person to start crying.
I do. I'm like the kid that drops their ice cream and starts crying. I'm like that. I do. So I don't want to drop my coffee. I really don't. I don't.
I like the tapping sounds though. I'm not a big fan of glass tapping, and this very close. It's very on the edge of being too much, how do you say that, too high-pitched noises. But it still has a bassy sound to it, which makes it satisfying for me personally. It's okay if you don't like it. ASMR is one of the most subjective things So yeah, I don't blame you if you hate this video. I don't know if I'm gonna hate this video. Sometimes I hate my videos when they don't turn out the way that I wanted them to. But there's a reason I still upload them. 99% of the time. There's been some exceptions, but like 99% of the time I still upload them, because the first time that I like made a video and I was really unhappy with it, I didn't have time to make another one, so I still uploaded it. And people really loved it, and I really hated it, but people really loved it. So, because ASMR is so subjective, even if I don't like one of my videos, there's very, very likely still somebody that will like that one more than my usual videos. So, I still upload it for those people. I'm not happy with it. I'm a perfectionist. It's really not satisfying for me at all. It's the opposite. I don't like it. And it's even worse if they like go really well and a lot of people like them. But like, but you know, it's okay. It's okay. After all, like in the end, my goal with doing ASMR is to help people. And if this video helps somebody, then it doesn't matter what I think of the video, I guess. At least to a certain point. There's like videos, not much, I think like 2. I mean, we're getting close to like 1,000 videos, I think. And there's been like 2 that I didn't upload. 2, maybe 3. So it's really not much. Really not. Sometimes when I read like the comments of people, and I see the comments that are like saying, why do you do the same content? Look at the same videos over and over again. They're not wrong. I do very similar videos over and over again with like sprinkles of fresh stuff like this one every now and then. And I've always been doing that, and there's no reason for that. You might know it. It might be the reason you're watching my videos, or that you've subscribed to the channel. But the reason I'm doing basically the same type of videos over and over again is because from the people that I watch ASMR, I was watching ASMR a few years before I started doing ASMR. And as a viewer, as somebody who consumes ASMR to relax and to fall asleep and to focus, basically like 12 hours of the day is like ASMR. Ew, almost burped, but not. Just sorry. Difficult to control when whispering or doing soft spoken. I think whispering is a little bit easier to control than, but you know. Anyway, so getting distracted again. The reason I'm doing it is because from the people that I watch, the ASMR artists that I watch, I usually have like a specific trigger that they do, a specific type of video that they do that I really like, and that I listen to over and over and over again. And they very rarely make another video of that type, you know. It's like they have one video with that trigger, maybe two, maybe three, but that's usually it. And I always wished there were more. I always wished that they would do a redo of the same video, basically, just like fresh one. You know, because my brain gets used to sound very easily. It's also why I can't handle rhythmic sounds. And after a while, after I've watched the same video over and over again, it stops working for me, because I already know what's about to happen, what sound is about to happen. It's like watching a movie for the 10th time, even if it's a good movie. It's just not the same as watching it the first time. So I'm basically wishing for a second part of a movie that I really liked, and especially like a good one. And so when I started doing ASMR, I wanted to make sure that when there's somebody like me that watches my content and is like, oh, I really like this video, this specific video, that they're gonna have another video that they can watch, and a third one, and a fourth one. And if the third one isn't the way it works for them, then maybe 2 weeks later I'm gonna have another video that will be working for them again. You know, I try to make similar but not identical videos for that very reason. Because, you know, you might like a fluffy mic video, but you might hate the rain sounds in it. So 2 weeks later, there might be exactly that fluffy mic, but no rain. So that's why this is so, why the repetitiveness is part of my content. Because I'm trying to do ASMR the way that I would want to watch it. You know. Maybe it sounds dumb. Maybe it's not. Again, maybe it's the reason you're watching my videos. I